Hey everyone, welcome to Reality TV News Update, the place where we bring you the latest updates, fun moments, and behind-the-scenes stories you won't want to miss. Lauren Domingue managed to escape the block for 10 weeks in the Big Brother house, something not many contestants do. She explained how she did it and whether she felt betrayed by her primary ally, Vince Panaro, when he chose Morgan Pope over her. After Vince put Lauren on the block as a Renum, double eviction night on September 18th went well at first. She managed to get off the block during the blockbuster on the first eviction of the night. This left her friend, Kelly Jorgensen, and her foe, Keanu Soto, on the block. She voted against Keanu after they were in a bit of a fight when she put him up the week before. But it didn't matter because it came down to a tie, and Vince voted out Kelly. However, Morgan, who wanted her out on the first eviction, won HOH on the second eviction of the night, putting her and Keanu back on the block. Keanu was released from the block after winning the power of veto. Ava Pearl was returned by Morgan, leaving the two friends alone on the street. In the end, Lauren was voted out in a 2-1 vote, with only Vince keeping her safe. During her time in the house, Lauren managed to win 4 competitions, 2 head of households, a veto, and a blockbuster. This allowed her to stay in the game when she needed to, but also not put too much of a threat on her back. Since day 2, she had a final 2 deal with Vince and made friends along the way who kept her safe. But her number one ally turned on her, leading to her eviction. Lauren talked to TV Insider about whether she still would have taken Vince despite him putting her up, how she managed to not get nominated until week 10, and if she will pursue a relationship with Zach Cornell outside of the house. CBS. How do you think you managed to escape the block for 10 weeks? So, I noticed very early on that the people who were getting nominated were people who were huge competitive threats, and also people who were bigger personalities that were stirring the pot. To avoid appearing to be a threat, I made it a point to only win competitions when I believed I absolutely had to, instead of trying to start things or getting involved in unnecessary drama that would put me on the block. I tried to just give information to other people when I felt it was necessary. Would you still have taken him to the final 2 if Vince had put you up? If not, who would you have taken? It would have been contingent on how the remainder of the game would have played out, in my opinion. In the final 2, I think I could have argued well against Vince. I would still have taken him. He is still someone I would have taken. But at the same time, I also felt very loyal to Ava. She is somebody in the house who had never turned on me, had always been there for me, and was someone who I feel always had my best interests. Without a doubt, it would have been a toss-up between Ava and Vince. You had a final 2 deal with Vince on day 2. Why do you think he chose Morgan over you in the end? I don't know. Something that Ava said that Vince had said very early on stuck with me, that he was willing to upset the people who would forgive him rather than the people who wouldn't. Because I am someone who would continue to forgive after he sent one of my allies home and then put the other one on the block, as well as a number of subsequent situations that always seemed odd to me. He was, in that case, willing to choose Morgan because it was, I suppose, easier because I seemed to be more willing to forgive him. Why did you listen to Vince during the White Locust competition and pick Morgan instead of Kelly? Do you think that the outcome would have been different if you had chosen Kelly? Vince received a promise from me. He, ultimately, was the first one that got chosen. He said, "If I choose you, you have to choose Morgan next." I looked him in the eye, gave him my word, and I wasn't going to go against that. I honestly don't think anything would have been different because, well, I guess, it depends. I think that if Rachel Riley would have solved the maze, I think there was a good chance that Kelly would have gone after and would have solved it as well, because she's very strong on puzzles. Thus, at the end of the day, I believed that the right thing had taken place. There seemed to be a spark between you and Zach in the house. Is that something you will pursue on the outside? Chuckles, I don't know. Zach is a wonderful man. I don't know. Only time will tell, I guess. Big Brother, Season 27, Sundays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, 8/7C, CBS.